testing out the PLOUISE eyeshadow bases. I have heard so much about these and I've been seeing them all over Instagram and YouTube. So finally, I had to try them out for myself and I'm gonna let you guys know my thoughts. This is the look that we did in today's tutorial. I absolutely love it. And yeah, so if you're curious about this base because it's been all over the place, then definitely keep on watching. Also, I wanted to mention, today is the 26th and on the 1st of December, I will be uploading my video where I share my exciting announcement. I'm really excited about it, at least. So if you want to know what my announcement is that I've been hinting at, you definitely want to stay tuned for and look out for a video on December 1st. I will post it on the community page just so you can get an idea of when it's coming. But yeah, and also follow me on Instagram because I always keep everybody updated on there. So yeah, anyways, let's just jump into the tutorial. Alright you guys, so we're going to get started with these PLOUISE eyeshadow bases. I'm going to zoom you in and I'm going to do this eye first. Hopefully I like the way the look comes out. I'm also going to be using the these two eyeshadow palettes by Juvia's Place. I just got them in the mail literally 10 minutes ago. I've been waiting for them. I got the Magic Mini by Juvia's and I got the Nubian 2. So let's see what I come up with. I know you guys love my Juvia's Place videos and I love Juvia's Place. Like, I just love their eyeshadows. I was just swatching these and I was just shocked by the pigment. Like, seriously, if you haven't tried Juvia's Place, you have to try them. The pigmentation in their eyeshadows is unlike any I have ever tried. So yeah, I'm gonna zoom you guys in and we're just gonna get started. Alright, so I have Rumor 1 and Rumor 2. So this one is a little bit more peachy and this one is more of like a vibrant light base. I like to mix them together. The peachy color is going to kind of color correct and this color is going to give me like that more vibrant base so the eyeshadow can really look nice and pigmented. So I'm going to mix a little bit of both. And what I do is I'm actually going to use my MAC 252 eyeshadow brush. It looks just like this. This is the brush that a lot of artists use. But you can use any kind of concealer brush. You just want like these kind of fibers, you know, like the ones you see on most concealer brushes, like these yellow synthetic fibers. And I'm actually, this is clean by the way, and I'm going to take a little bit of Rumor 1 and I'm going to literally put it directly onto the brush because I really want to work the product into the brush. And then I'm going to take a little bit of Rumor 2 as well. Again, just going directly onto the brush. And then I'm just going to take a little palette, like a little makeup palette, and I'm going to just start working the product into the bristles of the brush. And so I'm actually going to take my fingers and go like this. I want the brush to be flat and I really want the product to get into the brush. So that is, so yeah, you want it to look something like that. Okay, so now that we have the product on the brush, I'm going to go ahead and start, I guess just like carving out my brow. I did fill in my eyebrows. I'm probably going to fill them in a little bit more. I just wanted the overall shape, but later on I might go in and darken them. But I'm going to use this to carve out my brows. Apparently you don't need a lot of this product, so I guess I'm just going to start off with a little, and then if I feel like I need to add more, I'll add more. But the consistency is very creamy, by the way, if you're wondering. It's very creamy, it's pretty thick. Now, I already have my foundation and everything on. If I didn't, I would bring this out pretty far on the inner corner and outer corner because I would want to really make sure that the whole eye area is like a blank canvas, but I already have my foundation on and stuff, so there's no need to like bring it super far in. And now I'm just like patting. And to be honest, I feel like I need more product, so I'm just gonna pick up more product and just start pressing. So you just want to pat like this. You just want to keep patting, 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 patting. That is the key here, I guess you could say. So the key to this primer is you do not want to set it. That is the key. You want to let it stay tacky. It will set slightly, but it's not going to feel like really matte. It is always going to have a little bit of tackiness to it, but that's really what's going to help with your eyeshadow sticking. Okay, now that I have the eyeshadow base on, I'm trying to decide what I want to do for my shadow, but I'm going to try and keep it very like Instagram trendy and start with a very dark color and then work my way up to like a lighter color in the crease. So I'm going to take my Magic Palette by Juvia's Place, and I'm going to be taking the color, I think it's Ify or Ife, but it's basically like a deep dark like indigo pretty much. So I'm going to start off with that. So for the first brush, I'm going to use this brush here. It is basically like a stiff white-haired brush. Any kind of brush like this will do. This one is from Amazon. I got it in a set. If I could find it, I will link it down below, but I got it a while ago, so I'm not sure if I'll be able to find it. But yeah, you're basically going to want to use a brush just like this. And I'm going to take that color that we were going to start off with, and I'm really going to coat the brush, and I'm really hoping there's no fallout. But I'm just going to start off, first I'm going to make sure there's no creases, so I'm just going to pat out any creasing that I see. Okay, now that that's done, now we're going to go ahead and on the center of my eye, I'm just going to start with this shade right in the center at the crease, and I'm just going to start patting. This is one of those looks that is going to look a little crazy as you're going, but it will get better. With each step. Like, it kind of just all comes together in the end. So I'm just loading a little bit more onto my brush. And I'm just focusing this directly in the crease, you guys. I'm just focusing this directly in the crease, patting. I'm not sweeping, I'm just patting this on. By the way, they do have multiple shades of the primer. So if you are darker than me, they have all kinds of shades. Don't worry. They even have ones lighter than the one I was using. So if you're scared that these shades might not work for you, there are others. But I will say it did take a long time to get to me, which I'm not surprised because it is a smaller brand, but yeah. So anyways, I'm just patting this into my eye. You guys, I cannot get over this pigment. Do you see this? Okay, now taking the color Nana, which is like a warm brown, I'm going to apply that at the edge of the Ify color. And I'm taking this brush. This is by BH Cosmetics. It came in a brush set, but it's just a tiny little dome brush. And you want to use something pretty dense. So I'm just going to start by just kind of lightly applying this at the edge of the eye. So I'm just applying this color right at the edge of the blue color, and I'm just kind of doing little circular motions with this color. And you do want to bring it all the way in. And I think the key with this base is you really want to take your time with it. You don't want to rush through because things can kind of tug, like since it is so tacky, like it can kind of tug a little bit. So you really want to take your time because If you don't, I find you might like have issues with blending. So this is not a base that you're going to want to use for an everyday eyeshadow look where you're just throwing one color in the crease. Like, it's just not going to come out right. But anyways, now I'm switching to a more fluffy brush. I'm going to take that color Nana again, and I'm just going to use this to kind of lightly buff out the edges and just kind of add more like of a wash of color. Okay, now going back in with the first brush we used, I'm going to go back in with the blue, and I'm just going to start packing it on again because I don't want to lose that blue color. Okay, so now that I have the crease color done, I'm going to go back in with Rumor 1, which is the lighter one. And I'm going to apply that on a flat, tinier little detail brush. And I'm going to, I think I'm going to do a halo eye, actually. We're doing it. So I'm just going to apply a little bit on the base of my eye, and then I'm going to look up like so. And that's going to show me where I need to cut my crease. Okay, so before I add like the shimmery shade that's going to go in the center of my eye, I'm going to go back in with the first shade, and I'm going to pat that on the inner and outer corner. Alright, now for the lid shade, I'm going to take this color here, which is called Faso, and it's basically a duochrome purple, blue, silver. It's very, very beautiful. And I'm going to take this little shadow brush by ColourPop. This is the E3 brush, and this is going to go on the center of my eye, where I didn't apply the other shades. Again, going back in with this brush, I'm just going to kind of mesh the two shades together. Now taking this shade here, which is called, I'm not even going to try and pronounce that. It's basically like a deep dark blue. And I'm taking that on a little pencil brush, and I'm going to deepen up my eyes with this. I'm just going to add it to the outer corner and on the inner corner as well. I'm going to go in with another layer of the center shade we use, and I'm just going to intensify it a little bit. And now I'm going to wet my brush with a setting spray, And I'm gonna go in with this color here, which is like a bluish silver shade. And I'm just gonna pick that up on the very edge of my brush. And I'm gonna use this to intensify this area here. So right in here. Go ahead and do this top of the eye, and then we'll come back to do the bottom. And I think I'm even going to apply some of the base on the bottom just so the pigment is like really rich. So I'll be right back. I'm just going to do this eye, and yeah. Alright you guys, so I did this eye to catch up, and now we're going to move on to the lower lash line, and then I'm going to go back in and do some detail work. But I'm just going to take a little bit of what's left of the base and just apply a little bit underneath my eye. I'm not going to go too crazy with it, but I just want to apply a little bit just so the eyeshadow really has something to stick to. Okay, I'm also going to apply a little bit of gel liner. I'm going to apply the gel liner by Inglot in number 77. This is my favorite. I've mentioned it multiple times. But yeah, I'm just going to apply it with an actual, like an old eyeliner. It's just easier to apply into the eye. And I'm just going to apply it in the waterline. I'm also going to tightline with it as well. Okay, taking a flat to finer brush and this color again, which is like, it's such a beautiful color. I really love this. I don't really own many colors like this one, so I'm gonna take a little brush like this, and I'm just going to push it into that lower lash line. I'm gonna connect it like going up. And then I'm just going to take this brush, and I'm just going to kind of create like a little outer V area. Now taking the Nana color, I'm just going to take that and apply it underneath the Ivy color. Again, I don't know if that's the actual name of the eyeshadow. I have no idea, but I'm just pronouncing it the way I think it's pronounced, so don't hate me if I'm saying it wrong. Okay, and now I'm going to take this color here, which is the silver color that we use on the center of the lid, and I think I'm going to use this as an inner corner highlights. I'm going to spray my brush. Okay, and just to make the eyeshadow pop a little bit more, I'm going to be taking this glitter by Morphe. It is the metallic eyeshadow in Poppin', and it's basically like a silver glitter. And I'm just going to take a little bit, put a little bit on my palette, and I'm going to apply it actually with this brush that we used before. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to focus it at the very top of that shimmery eyeshadow. And I'm just going to bring it down like a little bit. You see, like it just makes the eyeshadow pop a lot more. I think I'm going to take a little bit more and just apply a little bit on the inner corners on top of the eyeshadow. Alright you guys, so I'm going to apply liner and lashes. I'm going to be using these lashes here. They're in the style I don't know, one A11. I got them off of Amazon. So yeah, I'm just gonna apply these and some mascara and liner, and I'll be back to give you my final thoughts on the eyeshadow base. Alright guys, so I am finally done with the look. I absolutely love the way this look came out. It's super dark and dramatic and right up my alley, and it's just absolutely beautiful. So obviously I have nothing bad to say about these bases. They're amazing. They just work so well at picking up pigment of eyeshadow and just giving you such a beautiful pigmented look. Now, I will say, if you are a beginner, you may struggle with these a little bit because they are not the kind of base where you could just apply it and then take like a fluffy brush and just go in your crease and just start applying like a brown in your crease. It doesn't work like that because if you do that, it may come out really patchy. It is very sticky and tacky, so you need to start off, I suggest, by patting on a dark color like I did in the tutorial, and then using a lighter color as you go to kind of blend out. So you do need to be patient, you do need to take your time, and if you're going to get this base, just know that it is going to take a little bit of getting used to, and you are going to really have to take your time and blend. But if you do that, you are going to have beautiful pigmented eyeshadow. It's funny, like, I feel like it's so wet, this formula, like, it felt wrong applying eyeshadow on top of it because we've all kind of like been so used to setting our eyeshadow bases, and it feels like it's going to be an absolute mess by applying powder on top of this really wet base, but it works. It just soaks up the pigment and it just works so well. So I definitely love this and recommend it. If you are a girl that loves dramatic, you know, colorful makeup, you will love this. If you're someone that just likes an everyday kind of like 2 eyeshadow max look, I would skip out on this because it's just a little bit too tacky to use. However, you can use it to clean up your brows. It does a great job at cleaning up the brow area. But yeah, if you plan on using this just for like everyday, really simple looks, I don't suggest it. But if you love makeup, definitely suggest it. So I love that. And real quickly, I didn't use the Nubian 2 palette. I ended up just using the Magic Mini. But you guys, I mean, obviously, I love it. It's amazing. I only played with a couple shades. I cannot wait to play with more. This palette just like really inspires me. All of Juvia's Places palettes inspire me so much. So I can't wait to try the Nubian 2, but this obviously worked great, and these two together are like literally a match made in heaven, because as it is, these are already so pigmented, these eyeshadows. So I definitely recommend both. I will link them both down below. And yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.